Life is life, man. You got to run that bitch back. Run that bitch back from the beginning. There's got to be an origin for it.
There's got to be. Hold on. There we go. Got rid of the white noise. Now you got other white noise talking into the mic.
That's it. That's how it goes.
Crack a noise.
That's crazy work. As long as hey, the noise is always there, just like the white.
What's up, Hive?
What's going on there?
You see it. Just chilling.
That's it.
I always talk like I'm stoned. I don't know why.
Cause I think when you're chill, when you're actually able to just sit down and relax, you don't have to talk a mile a minute.
That's true.
Your brain does enough rattling.
I talk like a stone redneck, like Joe Dirt smoking weed.
I feel like you talk like that because your mind is processing a lot of thoughts to try to spew out whatever you can think of.
Shit. Or sometimes I'm just brain dead.
No.
Today I'm brain dead. What you got on? You shouldn't be wearing shorts. That's ungodly in the comedy community. No, I'm messing with you.
Oh yeah, no. Hey, they're comfortable. I'm a big dude. It's hot out there.
Yeah, that's it. See, that's the thing. People don't realize when you're doing comedy and you're a big dude, and all the ball sweat that you got building up because you're wearing pants.
I mean, hey,
that's
you
like
gotta
a heater,
do what you gotta
know?
do. I get it. I don't mind wearing pants.
Yeah, you
Just
wore a green suit last night.
Yeah,
you look like the Leprechaun's fucking attorney.
The Leprechaun's attorney. That's it. I was out there. I figured it was just a show. Let's make it a show. Let's see what we can do.
You look like you about to back them in 401ks and gold and shit.
That's it. Just offer them gold.
Yeah. I got some CDs for that. You know what I'm saying? I used to think, I didn't know what CD meant for a long time. I thought it was like, people buy CDs and put them in the bank. Everything's streaming now. Why they need to buy a CD, put it in the bank? What the fuck is stupid?
What does the bank need compact discs for?
Yeah, why do they need compact discs? What are they storing their files on fucking, you know? I ain't got my vape. Oh well.
Go get it.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, you ain't go. So you go stress yourself out. Dumb vape's like batteries now. Welcome to. Do you even have an intro?
No, I just start talking. I added the intro in it, you know, like I did. Did you see the other ones?
I've only seen the TJ one.
Yeah, you know, like I put the intro in the beginning with the title and just basic. I keep it as basic as I can so I don't pull my hair out and say, fuck it, I'll get lazy, dude, and then I won't want to do the podcast, and then I'll be like, fuck this.
It's not that. You ain't got to be that serious, but.
Because I used to think, I want to make like a podcast like Wayne's World, you know, like I was watching Wayne's World. Would we have like a podcast like that where you get stupid shit going on or whatever? And I was like, that's too much work. I ain't got enough hippies in here fucking on a control panel hitting shit with a screwdriver, you know?
Hot Tanks does a good job with that.
Yeah, they do.
They do a lot of like, it's real like.
Yeah, Adderall.
I don't know what it is. But it's
fucking speed, dude.
So much stuff going on.
They get fucking speed.
And then they just cut back to the beginning. It's just hilarious. It's like, what the hell just happened? I feel like I'm in a whirlwind every time I watch an episode.
Yeah.
But shout out to those guys.
Hey, they cool. You know, I like their editing. And
yeah.
I'm not doing it. I'm not. Fuck you.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
Somebody's really meticulous and doing their thing with that.
Yeah, I ain't doing that shit. You know, more power to them. I'm too lazy. I'll write jokes all fucking day.
No, because I could imagine, like, just watching the episode, how much goes on into it. So imagine editing it. That could just be like, somebody definitely needs some sanity after editing that.
Sanity? Shit.
Yeah, 100%.
Somebody better suck my dick after editing that.
Well, I mean, that's part of sanity, right? You need to get yourself some clarity.
Some clarity? Yeah.
Post-nut clarity.
Post-nut clarity. Yeah, that's good mental break. If you ever need, just jerk off. Like, if you ever feeling depressed, jerk off, and then you'll feel more depressed, and then that's therapy.
I mean, that's just always been, I mean, I don't understand. Back in the days, that was just a cure. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whenever you was bored, you know what I mean? Just rub one out.
Oh. Yeah, just rub one out.
Yeah, back in the day.
Where'd you park? In the yard?
Yeah.
Yeah, you cool.
Yeah, right in the front. I didn't know if anybody was gonna be in the driver, so I wanted to make sure.
No, you cool.
But yeah, that's how it was back in the days. As a preteen.
Yeah.
You just like fuck it. Let's go
Fuck
to work.
it. Yeah.
Go to work. Happy.
You ever got depressed
sad.
jerking off?
Wow. Not during.
No, after.
After, not really.
Yeah, I raised Christian, like super Christian, so like, Mercy Me and fucking listening to shit like that. It's all garbage.
So you would just feel like you were bad Christian?
Yeah, I felt like I'm going to hell.
Oh.
Yeah. Now I realize that it's actually kind of healthy to jerk off sometimes.
It helps you out.
Because you don't get herpes or nothing. But you imagine fucking some dirty bitch, but you don't get the herpes from it. And then at the end of the day, you still come. You know what I'm saying? You still over here. You still coming your brains out. Whacking your head up against the wall because you're depressed. Would you rather do that and have a kid and get herpes? You know what I'm saying? And then you got a kid with herpes, and it's just a herpes family. You might as well change your last name to Herpy. Hi, I'm Darren Herpy. How may I help you? You know what I'm saying? You might as well change your last name to Herpy.
It'd be Darren H. Strahan.
Darren H. Strahan. That's it. Darren Herpy Strahan.
That's it.
Was it Henry? No, Herpy. Get it right. You know what I'm saying?
Put some respect on it.
Yeah, and Mr. Herpy to you. Yeah.
Nah, hey.
Syphilis sounds like a football team, doesn't it?
Syphilis.
Yeah, the fucking Philadelphia Syphilis or whatever. I don't know.
Syphilis.
Yeah, syphilis.
Philadelphia syphilis.
Yeah. The syphilis. The Sifs.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They'd get pissed and change it like they did with the Redskins.
Oh, they're definitely gonna change it.
Yeah. Redskins I kind of get, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's like saying we're the black faces. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but that's
Cleveland black faces. Or be Atlanta.
Well, I mean, you gotta
Atlanta black faces.
I mean, yeah, but
Wouldn't
that's just how it goes.
They got Redskins. That's pretty crazy when you think about it, though.
I mean, welcome to America. Everything,
I know.
Everything America does is crazy.
I know. That's fucking crazy, though. I'm just saying that's equivalent to that,
I know, but the crazy part is you'll still have people, regardless of what the name is, still trying to advocate for keeping the name.
You want to know something
even knowing the history, they're like, nah.
Oh yeah,
that's still my team. The original. Yeah. I like the original.
Well, you ever
don't change the recipe.
They should have the fucking Cleveland skinheads or something. No, I'm kidding.
I'm never. They changed that faster.
No,
because it wasn't an original name.
It's a bunch of white guys getting tackled. You know what I mean? No. They're not. It's a bunch of white dudes, and they can't play football because they're white dudes. And they getting tackled and shit. No, but really, fucking I know racist people. Like, in the South, you meet racist people.
I know racist people there.
No, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
But you don't have to explain that.
Fucking my family, look at them. But, you meet racist people or whatever, and it's funny. They'll be more racist to Native American people than black people. Isn't that weird how it's just in there? Like, to be even more hateful to them?
It's not weird. It's just the reality of how much white people love ownership.
Well, it's like they'll say crazy shit like, why they need casinos? They don't deserve that. And it's like, your people took the land, dude. Your house where you live, that's stolen land, brother. This is stolen land we're on right now.
It's microaggressions.
But you know what I'm saying? Then they'll say just crazy shit about them. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say it, but that's the only example I'll give.
That's the only example you'll give.
That's the only example I give.
That's probably for the better.
They'll hate them people more than black people sometimes, even.
I mean, just
maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, I don't know. Just hating people in general for me is just ridiculous.
Oh, it is. But I'm just saying, I think it's insane. Like, and then I'll be like, "What's your favorite movie?" And it's always 9 times out of 10, it's like some Western movie.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? John Wayne, Clint Eastwood. Well, Clint Eastwood's more spaghetti. That's more like kicking everybody's ass, kinda.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like John Wayne, where the fucking Native Americans in there, they got big noses and shit. They're Jewish and Italian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They come in Mamma Mia, wouldn't skin your head. Like fucking.
Yeah, they had to because they didn't want to give nobody else the job.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it's an ownership thing.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
Control.
Yeah. And now that's dying out. Like Native American communities, that's getting harder and harder to, it's getting rarer.
Yeah,
It's like, you talk to people, it's like you don't know many people that are Native. It's like, it's kind of getting to where because a lot of them places like that, what's big in there is like alcoholism and rape.
I've never been.
I got too serious for a minute.
No, you're spitting. Go ahead.
Yeah, reservations. A lot of that's high in like they're like big alcoholics and they're big into like it's like rape and stuff like. It's because they got treated like shit. They got shitty land. Like if you ever go to like a reservation, it's not that great of land. It's like they picked. It's like the government picked out the shittiest land they could find and just said,
Do you
drop
think they
them
were
there.
gonna give them the cream of the crop?
No, they're not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
Since when the government gives you
That's
due
it.
diligence?
And then they're gonna put up fucking statues of fucking Christopher Columbus and shit. They tearing them down. I think though.
They got no choice.
I know. I don't know. I heard there's a tree in Ocala where they used to hang people, and they still got that tree up.
Yes, it's a national landmark.
It's a national landmark.
Yeah, you can't touch that tree.
Why is that? Is that real?
Yeah.
Where's it at?
It's by the courthouse. From what
I've never seen it.
Oh yeah.
I've never It's got a plaque.
Just look it up.
It's got a plaque.
I don't know if it has a plaque. That's not some place that I want to go and just diverge myself to. That's not one of my tourist attractions.
I can't believe they didn't chop it down or something or whatever.
Why would they? I tell you, they like original. They like history.
Oh my God, dude.
This is where do you think you're at?
I'm not trying to get rid of history, but that's a little crazy to like.
It's not about getting rid of history. It's just the original. This is what happens. It's the South. There's pride and nostalgia. You know what I mean?
Nostalgia is a crazy word for that.
But that's what they hoard.
People get nostalgic about the 1950s style and like Converse and shit, and then people get nostalgic about that like they do Converse. Is crazy. You know what I mean?
They just think, how many times people always mention back in my day? That's nostalgia. Anytime
that's
you think
true.
about
My
back
dad
in the
says that all the time.
Yeah, back in my day, we didn't have to worry about saying anything crazy.
Because we already said it naturally. Yeah, that's it.
Because they were already doing stuff
crazy.
There was nothing you could say that would top what you were doing.
That's true. Yeah. Because my dad said he did some shit, and I'm like, why are you doing stuff like that, man?
But he was raised in the South.
Well, yeah, he's raised in a.
It's not that, dude. It's right from wrong, but people don't get taught, and then people are products. I would just say people just like to follow versus lead. So what happens is when you start following the wrong crowd and everything like that.
Well, my dad grew up in this place called Fairview, Louisiana, and it's like nothing but woods and fucking white people, and they always like some like Coors Light and shit like that. They drink, yeah. And they like. I'll give you an example. We went to a basketball game one time because some of my family played in that basketball team in high school, and my dad wanted to take me. I'm a kid, I don't know nothing about it, whatever. So we go to this high school and then the town I'm from is bigger than that town, but not big, but it's still bigger than that because that was like just a few hundred people, like maybe 200 people that lived in that area.
Okay.
And we went to this thing and it was packed. Everybody from around that area came. They had sheriff's department and they had this school that came in and it had a couple white players, but it was predominantly black players. And they came in and they came into rap music and they're getting booed. Then fucking white people going crazy in there. They're like throwing shit, saying the N-word. Dude. Fucking, it gets crazier. The white team comes out to Johnny Cash's Folsom Prison Blues. How do
you remember the white people's anthem and you can't remember what the black people came out to?
Because the boos were so loud you couldn't even hear the damn music.
You knew it was rap music though.
Yeah, that's it. What? Fuck you, man.
I'm just saying, this is what happens. You get this is the memory. You see how the memory just goes straight to it's the vision.
No.
It's nostalgia.
And then one of the kids, he got pissed because one of the white kids spit on him. And I'd get pissed too if somebody spit on me.
I was about to say it's valid.
You know, and then he gets pissed and he hits the floor like this, and then he hits his chest like that to fight.
Mm-hmm.
And he shouldn't have done that there, because them people fucking really laid into that thing they say. You know what I mean? I mean, they were like, people started really throwing food and stuff. The sheriff's office came from like that parish, and they had to bring in deputies and take people out. It got that bad. They were arresting people.
God bless. That's your favorite basketball game you ever been to, huh?
My dad gets in the truck. And he says some of the craziest shit. I don't even want to say it.
You shouldn't. I don't think you should.
And then I just look at it and I'm thinking, what the fuck? How did I shoot out of your nutsack? Because I ain't like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's
just crazy
grew
to
up
me.
at a different time than he did. He didn't raise you completely where he was raised.
That's true.
You understand?
Yeah, it's a good thing, though.
I would hope so.
I think so.
I would hope.
Because I've said some.
You should know so.
I've said some crazy shit when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course, because you're a product of what you know. Like growing up, you just know what you're surrounded by.
You know, I used to go to the Subway and harass black ladies that worked there. And one time, one of them said I was coughing on the food, and I don't remember coughing on the food, but I may have done it. I don't know. I may have been a little piece of shit. I don't know.
Yeah, you definitely did it. The fact that you say I don't remember me coughing up the food. The harassment I remember, but the coughing, I'm not sure. It's a blur.
Sure.
It's a blur.
But I learned my lesson. Even though I was a little racist kid, I learned my lesson what not to do. You know what I'm saying?
I would hope so.
I learned from that. But you know what I mean? But it's like when kids, they don't know. You grow, you don't know what, you know, and then one day you get your ass chewed out by somebody that ain't white, and then just like, oh, okay, that's not, I shouldn't do that. That's not nice.
It shouldn't be because of the ass chewed. It should be like cognizant of like, okay, maybe this is right from wrong. Well, like that's just being shitty in general. But it doesn't matter who the person is.
No, it don't. But you know what I'm saying.
You could kind of decipher once you get to a certain age, like You can sense like, yeah, even right before you do something, when you get a little older, you're like, I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I'm gonna do this anyway because I'm in that mode. That's just how people go.
But I never even got in that mode totally. That was like 9 or 10 that happened, and then right there, it just fucking.
What you mean you didn't get in that mode totally? You were just 50% racist. You didn't get to 100.
No, I didn't.
You didn't reach your peak.
I stopped before the peak. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have news for you. Any percentage of racism equals 100. just so you know.
I know.
So you were peaking, but you were in that you were in Super Saiyan yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Understood.
Mm-hmm. I was like 9 or 10, but I learned my lesson quick though. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's good.
Like I know kids that I grew up with.
I don't think 10 years is quick.
All right, whatever. I deserve that. But listen, I grew up with kids though that like they stay racist their whole life. They're racist right now. You know, they're comfortable in that.
Well, because
they don't want to learn. They're stupid.
People channel hatred, right?
Yeah.
You know what you know, and most people don't realize that if you love people, you could lead with love. They embrace the negative. So what follows them is negative.
Yeah.
So that's what happens.
It's
true. Unfortunate, but when your family's negative and that's what they taught you, and then you go into the world negative, and now you end up fighting people.
Yeah.
And then you channel that fight. You don't realize why you started the fight. You don't know, but all you know is that you fought somebody that you thought you hated.
Yeah.
And then now you're gonna keep channeling that hatred forever because you've kept fighting the negative instead of channeling the love and embracing people and realizing that nobody's there. Nobody's here to go and be against people directly. You know what I'm saying? Unless upper echelon, they're already working their way in division and all that shit like that. But like I said, that comes from a test of time because they're trying to keep things in place.
Yeah. But
when it comes to people, as like us, our class of people, middle class people, or just people in general, we should just be able to do the right thing and have a moral compass and understanding right from wrong. And I feel like morality has become income based.
Well, yeah, that, and I mean, are people that dumb? I mean, they gotta be.
Ignorance.
You know what I'm saying?
People choose what they want. Right now, in this day and age, stupidity is a choice. and being dumb is a choice. We have all the information to us.
Yeah,
like we have all access to all information.
You think it's true what they say that they NPCs and shit? They're programmed to think one way, and you just can't change them. Like some people I know, like my parents have changed a little bit since moving here, right? Mm-hmm. I was changed before that. You know, like I was dating girls that wasn't white and stuff, and they didn't like that or whatever, and I'd do it behind their backs. They don't know that, you know. They do now. They do now. That then they didn't. You know what I'm saying? Because it was, you know, you get grounded and shit, you know. And like I would do it. It's fucked up. But I do that, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because if I want to be with somebody, I want to be with somebody, you know? And,
so you should have took the grounding.
Huh?
You should never hit it then. If you were going to stand on your beliefs. You should never hit it.
That's true. That's true. But I stood on my beliefs as an adult because, like, you know, as a kid, you don't know. You know what I'm saying? But eventually you learn. Some people do know. And you
got to protect yourself at some cause, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, but, I mean, it doesn't make it right that I didn't stand on my beliefs like you said. But at the same time, even when you're young like that, you don't know yet, you know? You're still figuring shit out.
You learn.
Yeah. But, no, now it's different. Now it's a whole nother ball game. You know what I mean? But they think a little different now. I mean, I'm not going to say 100%.
No, they embrace change.
Like we said a while ago, they 50% racist right now.
They're still racist.
I know, I'm messing with you.
No, I know. With you. I know what you mean.
But you know what I'm saying. You know, I put humor in it because, you know, that's what I do with everything.
The problem, it's not really what happens is stereotypes have been as long as we can believe.
Oh, yeah.
And so being raised a certain way with people raising people with stereotypes, it makes people believe that those stereotypes are 100% accurate. And those are just stereotypes. Doesn't mean that they're 100% accurate.
That's true. And then they figure that out.
Or accurate at all.
I think they get hit with it so much that they figure it out. Like, they get hit with, you know, like, stereotypes are like, I have a kernel of truth in them. You know what I'm saying? Like with, okay, I'll give you one like, I can't think of one.
Yeah, because they're not all true.
They're not.
They will never be. No stereotype is 100% true.
No. But I'm saying some like ones we joke about, like white women being fucking so anti-racist they become racist. Like, I guess that's not even a stereotype. That's just true. I can't think of one. Goddamn it! But you know what I'm saying. Like, okay,
stereotypes only have a layer of truth because of where they stem from.
Oh, yeah.
And because of the origin. So, like, any origin of a stereotype usually stems from negativity that was forced upon to be true.
Yeah, well, like, people that are mentally handicapped, they drool sometimes. That's a stereotype. But that's also true.
I would say that's a stereotype.
I drool, too. Does that make me mentally handicapped? Probably. Sometimes I'll be watching something and drool start coming out of my mouth, and I'm like, "Oh shit, it's happening again."
Well, if you want, to, like, so let's say, so they stereotype about like Asian drivers, right?
That's not true. There's a lot of drivers that suck.
Well, I'm saying, but that's a stereotype, right? That's brought it. But yet we watch Tokyo Drift, and they're driving phenomenal.
Yeah.
Right? So there you go.
Well, it's like the one that gets me is like
those are stereotypes that like doesn't have, they just stem from one person getting into an accident with somebody that was Asian, and they'd be like, damn, Asians are bad drivers just because they got into that accident with that one person.
What do you mean? Tokyo Drift got a lot of good Asian drivers.
But that's what I'm saying. Obviously, there was a comparison of like a stereotype that's not true because of people. You know what I mean?
Well, okay. What's another stereotype that's kind of true?
What I'm saying is just because it's happened to you before,
no, I get
doesn't mean it's not true completely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, yeah.
It's like, yes, I've gotten into an accident before with somebody. Doesn't mean that everybody from that particular race is that.
Now, Jewish people with money. Now, that's kind of a true stereotype because I know a lot of Jewish people that are like fucking, you know what I mean? Saving dollars.
Yeah, so they're cheap.
Yeah.
Why are you so afraid to talk?
I just couldn't think of how they do it.
Well,
I took a couple mushrooms.
I feel like that's everybody with money. Everybody with money has learned to be stingy and learned to not lead.
Like, I don't know. I know some Jews that are pretty.
No, but I'm saying, that stems from what do you think that stems from?
Yeah, that's true.
That stems from them losing everything and having to keep everything.
Jewish lawyers, like that's a stereotype. That's also kind of true.
What, that there's Jewish lawyers?
Yeah. Those are good ones.
They are Jewish lawyers.
Those are good ones. I ain't gonna lie.
So that's the stereotype, that they're good Jewish lawyers. Because there's also bad Jewish lawyers.
Yeah, but if you get a good Jewish lawyer, that's like gold. You know what I mean? That's like
any good lawyer is gold.
Here we go, Darren being racist again.
No, what I'm saying is what I'm saying, when you lean into the stereotype, there's gonna be a factor of truth, but that doesn't mean that everybody is like that. This is what the whole point of stereotypes.
That's true. You know,
it's ignorance.
You know what gets me is like the stereotype, like people that ain't white stink. You ever hear just any of them? You know what I'm saying? You ever hear white people say that kind of shit?
Yeah, but white people stink too.
I know, that's the thing. White people smell the most sour. You know what I mean? They got that sour smell. You ever smelled a stinky white person? They got that sour smell to them.
Everybody has some sour.
Oh yeah, but white people got that sour. You know, they have that smell that just, it's like I can't describe it. It's just like a big sour smell. I get that smell too to me because I'm a white piece of shit. But I'm just saying, like,
just don't need to degrade yourself.
I'm just kidding.
What I'm saying,
I'm messing with you.
No,
but you know.
You're not messing with me. You're messing with yourself.
Yeah, I know. I gotta laugh about everything. Goddamn it.
No, it's fine.
But
no, I understand what you mean. Yeah, everybody could rink. If you ain't taking a shower, you're gonna have a little stain to it.
Oh yeah, well, and then like it depends on what you're eating too. Cause I have eaten curry and shit, and sometimes my body odor smells a little bit of, smells like cumin and shit. You know.
Yeah, because all those spices.
All those spices
have their and how they sweat out. Yeah.
They're good for you though.
They are.
Yeah. I like some turmeric, man. Help my joints out. See, my dad he not into that shit. And if he took some of that shit, it'd help him. And ignorance gets you fucked up too.
Well, some people are not willing to change.
I know. Isn't that fucking crazy though? He'll eat pickles and fucking ham sandwiches and Vienna sausages all fucking day. But he won't eat no damn turmeric, just even capsules. Help his joints or nothing like that. Or he don't believe in CBD. He don't believe in, none of that. But he'd rather sit there all day and bitch and drink Diet Cokes, chemical.
Some people, they live their life because that's what they want.
Yeah. He is 81.
Nothing has changed. I've made it this far. Why would I change now? That's the mentality.
Well, maybe they got a point too, because some of them people on their diets, well, like they're drinking Diet Coke and shit, and they live to be 100 years old drinking that bullshit. Do you think they're just embalming their body or something?
I don't know. Maybe it's just their body's just used to it.
And then if they change, it fucks something up.
Yeah, 100%. That's what happened. Yeah. I mean, we're all going somewhere.
Because I think to myself, am I ever going to quit smoking pot? Like, am I ever going to one day just stop smoking weed?
Maybe.
Or
maybe not.
Maybe not. I don't know.
It's all a choice. It's all a choice. It depends on how you feel about it.
Well, and then people come up to me and say, it's changing your brain chemically and stuff. It's like, so what? So is that fucking bullshit you drink?
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything alters your brain a little bit if you're ingesting it in your body. But it's also you and how you take it.
That's true.
And how do you adjust to all those things?
At least I'm smoking a plant and they're just drinking Coke Zeros and jerking off to fucking...
I don't know what they're jerking off to, but they're drinking Coke Zeros. I don't know why you're in the room with them while they're doing that, but...
Yeah, I don't know either.
He said, yeah. Let go of the Coke Zero. Grab your dick.
Grab your dick. Let go of the Coke Zero. It's healthier for you.
Grab your dick. It's healthier.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We got in a serious conversation. What the fuck?
Going to life. Life is serious sometimes.
Oh, yeah. It is. It is.
But that's our job. Our job is to make the funny out of life.
Well, and live and learn, too. Like my dad rushing today and losing shit out of his truck because he had the tailgate down and he didn't close it.
Mm-hmm.
How could you not notice when you backed up, though? That's my question.
He can't see the tailgate when he backed up. Because
it's got a camera on it.
Oh, when it's down.
And he had to back up.
So it was facing down. So he probably wasn't even looking at the camera. He just backing up.
He just,
That's funny.
Head in the cloud. And he says I'm bad for being high. Bitch, please. He ain't even high and he's fucking shit up.
He just old.
That's it.
He just old. He can't. His mental's not where it all the way.
That's you smoke weed, you become about 50.
He become 50.
I'm like 50 when I smoke weed.
So you get closer to your dad.
Yeah, because I start.
Weed, get like
yeah.
him.
Huh? Where am I at? You know.
What's going on? Huh?
No.
50% old.
50% old and 50% racist.
That's it.
No.
50%, it's close.
That's fucked up.
50's close.
Oh, dude, one time my parents, I liked this Mexican girl, and it was like when I was like 14, and I was at church, and I liked this Mexican girl. Good thing I didn't get with her because she turned out to be a hoe. But I like this Mexican girl, and they're like, you don't need that. You need a good white girl in church. So that started from there.
So a good white girl in church started from there.
Oh yeah, well, I say that one of my super little jokes.
Yeah.
I don't know if I really say it much anymore, but
You don't.
no, I'm learning, and as I'm doing my comedy stuff, I'm learning that my writing's getting better, and I kind of don't want to use the old jokes.
Yeah, you gotta edit
Adjust.
whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
You edit yourself, edit whatever you got to do. So
Yeah. But yeah, no, it started from there. That was wild. Her name was Hannah Pena. And she,
shout out Hannah.
yeah, shout out Hannah. She got like 5 kids and she fat as fuck living in a trailer by the river. You know what I mean?
I don't know her.
She's probably got piercings all over her body and fucking, she nasty. She look nasty. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm 28 goddamn years old. I've only gained 30, 40 pounds maybe, but I don't look, horrible. You know what I mean? I smoke a little weed. I ain't got no kids. Fucking people I grew up with, they already got like 3 kids. They on their second marriage.
That's how it goes.
It's insane. People look nasty now. They look old and nasty.
Wait till you get to 35.
I know, bitch. They 28, 27. They look old and nasty already. How'd you get like that, Wait, yeah, you're right, though. Wait till I'm 35. Wait till I'm 40. Ooh, they're going to look bad. They're going to look like they're in their 60s.
Well, it's not. I mean, whatever their opinion is.
Yeah, I'm over here sitting here thinking, worried about myself. I feel like I'm a piece of shit. Sometimes I'll be sitting at the house. I'm thinking I'm never getting anywhere in life, and then I'll go look on social media at people I grew up with and say I'm doing okay. You know what I'm saying?
So that's a piece of shit thought mentality.
Is it?
Because you're like, I'm doing better than them, so I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm not hooked on drugs and shit.
Why are they the standard? They shouldn't be the standard.
Standard? Yeah. They shouldn't be.
Exactly. So why do you feel okay with that?
I'm not.
You got to be okay with yourself.
Yeah.
You should be the standard for yourself, not nobody else.
Well, I was thinking to myself the other day, how I want to do comedy. I want to be remembered, really. I've always wanted to be like that in life, like a Jimi Hendrix or something, where people like, that guy's a legend,
Mm-hmm.
And then I was thinking to myself, is that an egotistical thought? And I don't think it is in the sense of like, I want to be that. I strive to do that. And I know I'll never get there, but if you strive for something that big.
If you say that, you'll never get there.
That's true too. But you know what I mean? But if you strive for something that big, that's a good thing. That's not egotistical. But if you say you're that big, then you've done it. Not like done it, but you've like you're over the ego wall. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think once you move in a factor, like when you move in a fashion where you are of somebody that will be remembered just by who you are, as a person, and then everything will come follow suit. Yeah, that's how you leave a legacy.
Oh yeah,
I feel like people's legacies they dictate legacy based on like celebrities and those are extreme, very once in a lifetime opportunities that these people were able to do those things. Yeah, and it's embalmed in history forever. Right? What I'm saying? It's engraved, not embalmed, but engraved in history forever. Yeah, but in your lifetime, you have a minimal amount of people around you that you can affect in a certain matter until you get to a point where you're branching out, right? Yeah. And all those people are essentially branches and branches.
Yeah, steps, yeah.
Exactly. So now how are you leaving your mark so that those people could always talk about you?
That's true.
Because they say you die twice, right? Yeah. They say you die, when you die, your body, and then when
everybody's memory, yeah.
The last person that says your name, you die again.
Yeah. That's crazy. But yeah, you know what, well, and when I say that too, like I want to be like that one day, like remembered, I'm talking about like also like
Hitler?
No. Maybe. No, I'm kidding.
But that's what I'm saying. Those are the extremities of people wanting to be remembered, and they get so caught up into the fact that they want to be remembered at a high regard that they forget that people are still mentioned in high regard.
Oh yeah, like no. And I don't mean it in that sense, but like I would mean it like I want to be like, wow, that guy can write, or wow, that guy was good on stage. That kind of memory. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, I understand what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? Like a Ralphie May or something. You know, like, wow, dude, that guy was sick, you know, like that kind of thing. In comedy, you know.
Yeah. But and part of comedy was the journey, right? Don't you love hearing those stories?
Oh, yeah, the journey.
With Ralphie, how they used to hang out afterwards in his house, him cooking for people and everything like that. So it was him as the person translated in comedy. And so that's what made him who he was.
Oh, yeah.
Larger than life individual.
And that's what I want to do in comedy, though, too, because that's why I write every day, or at least try to write every day and force myself to do stuff and whatever. It's like discipline. Because I want to be like that one day. Like, I want to be that good one day to where it's like undeniable and, you know.
Yeah.
Even clean.
To yourself as well.
Yeah, and clean comedy, dirty, whatever. Anything.
Well, yeah.
You know, but I'm just saying, like, I strived, and I feel like that's not a bad thing to have a goal, to have that kind of, you know, you want to strive for that or whatever.
No, yeah, you should always strive for greatness.
And I'm not saying, like, not focus on it to the point of it makes you mentally unwell or whatever, where you're like, that dude's just delusional now. I mean, you have to have a little bit of delusional thought to be
successful.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I think it's healthy to try to have goals like that, where you're in your own mind. You're like,
you should always have a standard. You should always try to meet your standard.
Small goals, the reachable goals, and the ones that ain't reachable. Because I feel like you need to have both. You know,
just think about it like this: every time you reach a goal, the goal changes.
That's true.
So it doesn't matter. Everything's attainable, but there's always another limit.
Oh yeah.
So just as long as you have a standard for yourself to keep progressing every day, I'm almost there, right? Even if I just start a job now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm almost there.
Yeah.
If they're like, how the hell you're almost there? You just started. Yeah, I took the first step.
That's it. The first step's the biggest step.
That's it. You're almost there, no matter what it is.
Yeah. So.
You got to put that on the shirt. You're almost there.
You're almost there. Yeah, you put it on a shirt. Fucking.
You got to put it on a shirt.
You should write a book.
Say that to yourself.
You should write a book and then have just nothing but quotes, and then how I'll stop playing underneath.
Those are not my quotes, though. I can't. These are not quotes that are just come from me.
Yeah, mix it up. You know,
it's hard. No, I'm not gonna
replace a couple words.
What is it, school essays? I'm like, no. I in life you learn to adapt regardless of whatever, because we all have those stages in life where our mental's at a low or a high, and our physicals at a low or a high, and all those become factors in what your life is. And you have to make those decisions, and you have to alter that stuff. And I feel like people just forget that aspect of, like, regardless of whatever you got in life, you are going to be that defining factor. Yeah, there are going to be obstacles that people can't stop. Like, some people, regardless of how good they are, they're going to deal with some shit. That's just the cards that you're dealt.
Oh, yeah, well,
but ultimately, your mentality and how you choose to overcome those obstacles build those characteristic traits.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah.
What they say, there was no good sailor that was raised, like, no good sailor was made through calm waters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to hit the storms to become a good sailor, to make it through those things.
That's true. You gotta, and that's the whole thing about, you gotta have bad moments to appreciate good moments, because if you just had nothing but good, you couldn't appreciate it.
Well, you don't know what to appreciate.
That's it. Yeah. So
some people, you just need to see those things. It's hard enough in life to live life. We don't need to make it harder on ourselves. No.
You know
what I'm saying? That's why you
start
with loving yourself.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the biggest step.
If you can't love yourself, you can't love nobody else, you know?
Never.
So I love myself. I'm just hard on myself as far as, like, you know, I feel like I suck a lot of times because I want to be better. I know I should be better.
Well, that's a part of sucking.
That's true.
That's it.
That's true.
You gotta suck to be better. That's it.
That's true.
Pause. That's crazy.
I'm over here like Ricky Bobby. I'm like, if I ain't getting a standing no, I bombed.
Well, no, I mean, I don't expect no standing ovation, especially when you first start.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, talent is undeniable. Everybody has talent. Everybody has an inkling. The fact that you have the confidence to go up on stage is all part of things that most
That's a
people
huge
don't
step.
have to do.
Yeah.
Like, and they wouldn't do.
That's
So
it.
the fact that you're willing to do that for something that you want to do, you should commend yourself. And then just put in the work, put in those repetitions.
That's all. It's just consistency.
That's it.
That's it. Well, but like, and some people, they get on stage. I will say some people don't have a talent for it, like, but they want it, and they still don't. I ain't saying they can never get it.
I think a lot of people when they go on stage, they go for different reasons, and because
like
they
therapy or something.
Yeah, sometimes people want to overcome fears, or people just want to channel different things. And the fact that those people made those choices based on either they've seen somebody else before them, and they're like, or just conversating with one of us. You know what I mean? Like, or just in general, like, people have those motions to be like, okay, I'm gonna try this because either somebody pushed them to, or because they see other people do it, and that's good. That's a good feeling. That's a step in what we're trying to do in life, like alter people's mental and push them to be better for themselves.
Yeah, that's true. But like, well, I'm just saying, like, I notice with some people, if they get on stage or whatever, like, they talk monotoned and they're not boosting their voice, or they're not trying to change it to make it more exciting.
Yeah.
Or, like, their jokes may be exciting sounding, but the way they're talking, it's monotone.
It's all a part of the journey. They're learning.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, like, some people, they'll be leaps a little bit more ahead because they already are naturally have a stage presence or whatever.
Yeah. So some people are built to tell stories.
That's it. And some people, but you can still learn it. I'm saying you can't not learn it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand what you mean.
You can still learn it. I'm just saying, like, some people have more of a natural talent for that, and they'll get ahead faster. But everybody's on their own journey regardless.
Oh yeah. I feel like your natural abilities will get you but so far.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, if just as you're naturally athletic, that's fine. But it doesn't mean if you don't put the work in that you're going to get that role on the field or wherever.
No, you got to work out. You got to put in time.
You got to put your natural ability is going to get you so far. So you have to put in that effort. You got to care a little bit. Your passion has to be your purpose.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people tend to mix the two, but you need both.
Yeah.
If you have passion and purpose together, and it all combines and flows, it's perfect. It works.
That's it. Yeah.
And you just have to keep working on it. You have to care about what you do. I feel like people sometimes just don't care.
Yeah.
They don't have a standard for what they want to do. They just want to say they have accomplished something, and that's okay. If that's your standard.
Goal. Yeah,
if that's
whatever.
your goal, just to accomplish something. But like you said, if you want to be a great, you have to put in the effort. Regardless of what
you got to go
do.
above and beyond. Yeah, you got to get obsessed.
You got to learn. You got to listen and learn.
Yeah, that's it. Well, it's like with the comedy thing, you have to get obsessed to be great at it. You know what I mean?
You have to care.
You have to, like, really dig in and write and not be lazy. Because as soon as you break the discipline cycle, you're messing yourself over. You know what I'm saying?
No, of course. It's everything. You have to learn. Everything in life needs to be like consistency.
Oh yeah.
Right. Stay disciplined, execute, and stop playing.
Yeah. You got to. Well, like, and I think I'll talk to myself and I'll be like, I bombed tonight. When I'm just getting chuckles, I'm not getting like big laughs or whatever, but I'll be like, I bombed. And people are like, no, you didn't totally bomb. It ain't like they just were quiet. And at least some people were laughing. But it's like, and then I got to remind myself, I'm only a year and a half in. That's nothing.
Yeah.
When you go watch a headliner who's been doing it for 15, 20 years and they're smoking the room, you're like, oh, that's because he's 15, 20 years in. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, shit, a headliner has also like almost 45 minutes to an hour for material, 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. But you know what I mean?
I mean, that's what I mean. Yeah. Like, just having that material on deck, you can pivot. You already know, okay, this is going to work, or I can adjust. You have jokes to go from. That's where you meant like with the writing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like a game because you go out there and, like, okay, it's like playing basketball or whatever. You go out there and that guy does that move to you and fakes you out. You know what I mean? That's because you knew. You didn't know nothing about any of that kind of stuff. It's like a stage. You go out there and, like, the crowd ain't reacting good with them jokes. Well, you ain't got enough material backed up to go a different way and pivot. Mm-hmm. That guy's been doing it 15, 20 years. Most of them guys that are headlining and, like, big time and shit, and even, I'm saying big time like a Dan Soder or something. You know what I'm saying? Or like a even big like Kevin Hart. Them guys wrote every day, and they still write every day. Well, yeah. But they have so many jokes in the bank, and then they've written so much that their brain just is made for, you know what I mean?
No, I understand what you're saying.
They've trained their own minds to think that way.
Yeah.
Because with just writing every day, even if it's crap writing, you're still training your mind to be funny, to be quick.
Oh, yeah. It's 100%.
To look at an angle, a funny angle for something serious.
Oh, it's just like anybody that's decent at fighting and then they fight a professional fighter.
Yeah.
It's leaps and bounds.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? They're talking about professionals. Basketball, like you said,
yeah.
If you just play decent basketball against a person that's probably the shittiest in the NBA, you're still gonna lose by a lot.
Yeah,
These people are talented beyond measure. They made it to.
Yeah, but they had to put in that obsession. That meant skipping out on your buddy's birthday party. That meant, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, all those things happen. All those things. Everything in life requires sacrifices.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes you don't have to sacrifice. Sometimes you do. It all depends. It's all a part of the journey.
Well, and that's true, because it's like sometimes I'll go places, and they'll be like somebody will cancel going to a gig because their cousin getting married and shit, and it's like, who gives a shit about your cousin? You know what I'm saying?
They do.
Yeah, but
they give a fuck about their cousin.
But they, when they do that. And then they do it a lot or whatever, like I've known some people do that quite a bit.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. It's just an excuse, I don't know if their cousin's really getting married. But what I'm saying is they don't understand the sacrifice part.
No, I feel like everybody feels sacrifice is different. Like everybody is subjective, right?
Yeah.
So what you're willing to sacrifice, some people are never willing to sacrifice.
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's true.
So you have
I guess I'm more willing to sacrifice more than others on that kind of thing. Because if my cousin's getting wet, I ain't going. I'm going to do comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's different. How close are you to your cousin? All those factors are involved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
If it was just your cousin, now if it was your sister cousin, you'd be there.
Yeah, I'd be the one to be when they say, is anybody...
be at the wedding.
Yeah, because when they get to the part where they say, if anybody has anything to say, speak now, forever hold your peace, I'd get up and say, don't marry him. I still love you.
That's crazy word. No, but that's what I mean. Like, people are willing to sacrifice what they're willing to sacrifice. What you put into this, your level of your level of determination and what you want to do in life does not dictate how other people are supposed to do it.
No, and I understand that.
And you got to think too, like a lot of these people, they think that because this person did it this way, that it's going to be the way for you.
It's not.
They had
everybody's
a different
journey's
lifestyle.
different. Yeah.
Everybody had different plays to be able to maneuver in these things. A lot of these people that are successful in anything, if you go back in time, if you go through the roots, everything is like 9 degrees of separation. They've all been close to somebody that has been successful in some way, shape, or form, and then they've made it in those little branches. I'm not saying that they're work ethic by themselves, but it's all a part of like seeing the things and pushing themselves. Some people have friends that could push themselves. Seth Rogen, he had a best friend from school that he writes movies with to this day, that they went through school, college. You know what I'm saying? Like,
writing shit.
So imagine, like, some people have that. And
Same
some people
with
don't.
Danny McBride.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have those people where you can link up and you guys have the same mental and you guys can have a core group. Like, hey,
good chemistry or whatever.
Make this be right, and it works.
Yeah.
Some people don't have that mental. Some people can't do it.
Yeah, it's true.
Some people are willing to do it, but doesn't make their journey different or like worse than others or a bad decision. No, it's just what they're gonna do.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I don't mean, and I'm not trying to. I used to kind of get mad about that kind of stuff, and not anymore because I don't care. It's not my life.
Yeah.
But still, it goes through my mind like, it's like, man, I guess you don't really. Not saying they don't care, but like, it's like, man, it's kind of disappointing because you want to root for them, but they always have an excuse to not show up.
Yeah, but that's also like being a good person and wanting the best for somebody, and what they decide to do doesn't change what you want, right? I always want people to be successful no matter who's around me.
Yeah, but
I can't force feed nobody.
That's it.
You know what I mean? I can give them the spoon. If they want to eat it, they can eat it. But if they don't want to eat it, that's not my.
That's true.
But I also can't pick and choose when I feel like the spoon is good. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I can't be like, oh yeah, this is
because you may be wrong too.
Yeah, I can't be like, oh, if you do this, you're gonna be unsuccessful.
Yeah,
that's ignorant as fuck.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because who the hell am I?
That's true.
I am nowhere where I need to be able to be like, if you're doing that, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
So I learned that the journey is gonna be the journey, and sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Like, I have a family. I have to sacrifice.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? You got to sacrifice stuff for your kids.
Yeah.
Sometimes I miss out on them, not seeing them in the evening, you know, but then I have to make up for it, and I got to make sure I, you know, hang out with them and all that stuff like that.
I think having kids is a whole nother level, you know, because that's more important than your cousin's wedding.
That's still family.
That's kids, though.
Yeah, but they're my kids.
Your cousin.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're my kids, but what am I going to teach my kids? Right? My kids are going to have, they have cousins. Are they not going to be there for their cousins?
That's true.
That's close enough to.
That's true.
That's close enough to sisters and brothers.
God damn it, I'm tunnel visioned right now. I'm like, fuck your cousin.
Nah, but there's a difference because what your experiences with your cousins are different from my experiences with my cousins.
Oh yeah, no.
So me being able to like sacrifice whatever to go see my cousins or anything like that, that's a different feeling than what it would be for you.
That's true.
I grew up with being able to see family and everything like that, and
that's true.
And I'm very appreciative that I'm blessed that I have family that I'm able to see that most people don't get to see.
That's true.
I was able to meet my great grandparents. I was able to see my grandparents. Like those things I don't take for granted. So like I'm able to do those things and see those things. My kids were able to see their great grandparents.
Yeah. Like, and that's just an example, cousin wedding, by the way.
No. I'm giving you an example of reality too, because sometimes we have those little minimal things that sometimes we can like question people on or everything like that, and then sometimes we have to reflect and be like, okay, that makes sense. That's irrelevant to what people are gonna do for success. Yeah, right. Because right after the cousin's wedding, if they're back at it, then what? You know what I'm saying? Like, that
but
change.
I've known certain people.
Oh yeah, I know.
They'll say stuff like, and I've known certain people. They'll say, "I said, you coming to this open mic tonight to practice or whatever?" And they'll say, "No, this so and so comedian came out with a new special. I'm gonna stay home tonight and watch it." What? You gonna stay home and watch a special you could watch after your set, after you get off stage, but you gonna stay home? That's crazy to me.
It's crazy to you, but you got to understand what your level of like commitment is.
That's true too,
right? Like you can't.
My level may be totally different than that person's. Yeah.
It is always going to be like that.
That's it. Yeah.
You can't expect. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect somebody to be loyal to your bitch.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Comedy's your bitch right now.
But at the same time,
you can't expect somebody else to be loyal to her if you're going to be loyal to her.
That's true. But at the same time, I like I told you, I quit getting upset about it. I don't really care. Like, okay, I don't give a fuck. Go watch the special. I don't care. You know, but
yeah, but it still bothers you.
Of course, it's always gonna fucking bother me.
But it doesn't make no sense.
No, I know, but that's just a flaw, like a human flaw that goes in your brain and you can't get it out or whatever. You can. It's hard, but it is hard. It's like addiction. You know, you struggle with it. It's like
you shouldn't.
I know,
just like addiction.
Yeah, I know. Just like addiction. See, what was this therapy? A fucking therapy?
No, I'm just helping.
Dude, I used to go to therapy with this Japanese dude. He was cool. He's a nice guy, his therapist. And I'd go in there, and I'd pay him for an hour. We'd sit there for 2 hours. That's crazy.
You got buy one, get one free.
I know. That's nice of him.
Yeah. It didn't help, huh?
Well, it didn't help that I told jokes because at the end of the first hour, he'd say, "Can you tell me some jokes? I hear people all day talking about the craziest shit." And he would cuss. Because first time I met him, he said, "You mind if I cuss?" I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead." He's like, "Cool. I fucking cuss all the time, and I just want to make sure it's cool with my customers before I start cussing. Glad we're on the same goddamn level." I'm like, whoa, that dude's like, he's like a sailor. He's dressed like a doctor. You know,
so the
like
first hour was for you and the second hour was for him.
Yeah, he's making me tell him jokes and shit.
Yeah, he's decompressing.
Yeah, he's decompressing. I become his therapist all of a sudden. I'm telling him jokes about midgets and shit, and he's over here just laughing and stuff. And, you know, I'm thinking, what is going on right now, you know?
You should probably do a skit like that.
Probably. Yeah, you're a comedian. Can you tell me some jokes?
After you didn't mention the whole thing.
Deal with people's BS all day, you know. He starts talking about me secretly. Like, there's this one guy comes in with a birthmark and not you, somebody else that looks like you. But his name's Daryl, not Darren. And
no, but it'd be just like, oh, right at the end of your hour, you guys just got done with like leveling deeply.
Yeah, and we talked shit pretty much.
Like, all right, your hour's up. I gotta ask you some fucking questions. Tell me some fucking jokes, because it's been a fucking day.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
because his outlet was comedy. He liked stand up comedy, so he would keep me for a fucking, and he'd give me half off.
Damn, so you got the super discount.
I know, it's fucking.
He's like, I'm just bullshitting with this guy. There's no reason for me to charge him full price. I just been fucking off for the last hour.
I would
and a
ask
half.
him, I'm like, am I fucked up and stuff? He's like, dude. He's like, you ain't, because I tell him how I feel about certain things or whatever, and he say, dude, you're pretty normal compared to other people I had to deal with. He said, because a lot of people come in, they're psychopaths. And he said, you're all right. You just overthinking it. That's all.
There you go.
But I just used to think, man, people must be crazy. He said he had to call the cops on people before, and
people have a lot of shit that they got to dump. It's tough.
You know, because he would do like couples therapy too, and he said people want to fight and sit there. And you imagine being a therapist? That's got to be kind of hard.
No, it's definitely.
You know?
You have to put your emotions aside and deal with logic.
Yeah,
and
but
just deal with the people's problems.
Well, and he was a good therapist in the sense that he actually cared about people. It ain't like he was in there for money, because.
Well, we know you charge you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Stuff like that.
Half an hour.
Yeah, an hour.
2 hours.
2 hours per. Yeah, that's nice. You know what I'm saying? That's a nice doctor.
Being courteous.
Yeah,
because he was wasting your time.
Probably.
He's like, man, this guy is eating this up like candy. Let me just pay half of it, please.
Yeah, just pay half of it.
Let's pay half. Don't worry. I made most of my money today.
He's a nice guy, though. He was cool.
No, that's good. I think everybody needs an outlet. And however they choose to use that outlet, that's just going to be their best way. Some people choose therapy, and therapists are godsend in that fashion. And sometimes therapists cannot help you. It's hard because you have to change your mindset. You have to be willing to change no matter what it is. Dedication is dedication. So, yeah, somebody could tell you a million times and point you in the right direction, but it's up to you what you want to do.
Talking for an hour.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah. I don't know. Some podcasts I do, sometimes I look down at it and it'll be like 30 minutes. I'm like, oh, when's this going to end? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that's just when Brett's on.
Oh, damn.
Nah,
Brett. Poor Brett.
Poor little Brett.
Nah, that's the guy right there. Shout out, Brett.
Fuck you, Brett. All right.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. Fucking therapist was cool. He that's weird.
You ain't gonna say the therapist's name?
Huh?
You ain't gonna shout out the therapist?
No, I don't want to do that to him.
Well, so everybody know that he gave him a discount. You gave him a discount?
Yeah, I don't want to do that to him.
He's like, I ain't gonna do him like that. But shout out Hannah, fucking all those dudes.
Yeah, fucking them dudes.
That's crazy work.
Bitch.
Don't do her like that.
Nasty.
That's crazy.
Nasty girl.
You don't even know her. You wanted her at one point. You just mad you wasn't nasty with her. You had an opportunity.
You didn't mad nasty. God damn. Oh, yeah, I wish I would have. No.
Hey, man. We've all looked back and been like, damn.
Damn. That's true. And then you look forward and you're like, damn, I'm glad I dodged that bullet.
I mean, I wouldn't say dodging bullets. That's an extreme.
Oh, right. Like, okay, first girlfriend I had, she's got like 1 million kids now, I think. And she's married or whatever, but that could have been me.
Yeah. And you'd have been happy as she is.
Nope.
Who you know? How you know?
I'm glad.
How you know she's not happy with what her life is?
No. I'm sure she's happy. I don't give a shit about that.
But that's what I'm saying.
I thought you meant like I would have been happy with all them kids.
Possibly.
No.
If you're in that scenario, you think you're just miserable? They're happy as hell. There's a possibility they could be ecstatic for their life. And they're just enjoying it completely.
Shit, not 7 kids.
What do you mean? My cousin-in-law has 7 kids. I have 7 nieces and nephews. They're having them. They love it. They have great.
That?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. I couldn't keep up. I've been burnt out.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean just because you couldn't keep up, it was terrible. Back in the days, everybody had like 10 kids.
I'm talking about me in this scenario.
But that's what I'm saying. But you can't compare yourself. Like you said.
No, I'm not. But I'm saying I'm glad I dodged the bullet.
No, but you're comparing her life as like that lifestyle is a bullet. And her life is, she's loving
No, I'm just saying like if she wanted kids, if she had kids with that guy, obviously she wanted them. Imagine if I would have still been with her when we had kids, she would have wanted more kids, and I'd have been like, I had to cut her off.
You know, sometimes you don't want kids and you just end up pregnant, right? You know how that works? It's sex.
That's sex. I already had this experience.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So sometimes it just happens. Sometimes people be thinking like, nah, I'm in the clear, and then they're not in the clear.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? You shoot a shot.
Okay. What if she had kids and she beat the shit out of her husband? I'm glad I dodged that bullet too, or...
Well, then, I mean, how did it get to that point? You don't know how it got to that point.
Whatever. I'm glad I dodged that bullet. I don't give a shit, man.
I'm not saying anything. What I'm saying is that you can't have that mentality always like, oh, whatever. That's like saying, damn, I didn't go to that school. Shit, I'd have been better off if I went this way. Like, it doesn't matter.
No, you're right about that. But
the life that you live is because of the opportunities that you have.
No, I'm glad I didn't go with her.
Looking at you right now saying, I'm glad I dodged that bullet.
I'm sure she probably weighed 400 pounds. I'm good.
It's like, look at him. He's doing podcasts with Puerto Ricans. I'm glad I dodged that bullet. That's somebody right now looking at you like that. You see what I'm saying?
What if she got to 400 pounds? I'm glad I dodged that boulder. You know, like... What the fuck?
People get to where they get to for reasons.
Oh, man.
Listen.
What, McDonald's? That's how you got there.
There's so many factors. Fucking, we watch it.
Mickey D's, baby.
They got it on TV.
I've ate a Mickey D's a few weeks ago when we went to Winter Haven. I ate a Mickey D's.
Yeah.
I got fat. I got fat a little bit. You see my thumb, dude? Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that shit about to come off soon.
No, it ain't. Think so?
Yeah, that shit pushing.
Why is it dented like that?
That shit look terrible.
Doesn't it? Mm. Well, it's starting to grow out, but I put a hole in it when it busted originally to get the blood out.
And the pus and shit?
There wasn't no pus. It was just blood. I like the day I smacked it, I put a hot needle and the blood came out.
I got you. Yeah, that's probably, like I said, it's going to cloud up. It should cloud up and then scab over. It should.
Yeah, but
I'm not a professional
it ain't lifting up. It's just growing out. That's just where I hit it.
Oh, so it's still growing, all that shit.
Yeah, it's growing past. Because I guess I hit it right here. And it, so now it's growing out.
It'll be fun.
I guess. It looked like a painted nail. When I first hit it, it wasn't that bad.
Like I said, it might come out. How long has it been?
Couple months.
Yeah, maybe not. Who knows? We'll see the journey.
I've had one that I busted one time on my...
Take a picture of every week. See how the progression of your nail.
And then post it?
Yeah, dude, just a random ass clip from a year. From after, this is the year, the updated year. Random update if you guys are paying attention to the nail, Darren's nail.
Darren's nail.
A year from now, we're going to have an update to see what the picture is.
Yeah. It don't hurt nothing.
We're going to do a year podcast. So what's today's date? The 29th. So next year, the 29th, we're going to do another podcast.
Dude, I got them pictures still? I think I got them pictures because I sent it to ChatGPT. I sent pictures of ChatGPT when I busted originally. I said, how do you do this without shoving a nail down it? And it says to heat up a nail because it can melt the fingernail.
So ChatGPT was your doctor?
It was right. It didn't hurt. It just felt warm. And then, just a little sting because I hit that nerve and then I pulled it right out and just...
Did a whole bunch of blood.
Yeah, it's nasty. It took pressure off though.
That's good.
Still hurt. God damn, that hurt bad that day. For the whole couple weeks, it hurt bad.
Yeah, you hit your nail with a hammer.
It wasn't a hammer, it was a door. Smashed my thumb in the door. Because I held on to it. My thumb, you don't think about it sometimes.
That's white people shit, holding on to shit.
50% racist? No. 50% much? No.
50%. We're 50%ers.
50%ers, yeah. Fucking white people. Oh, I don't like white people that much.
That's crazy.
Why?
Because not every white person is bad.
No, but white people sure are annoying. I'll tell you that.
I don't know.
I know from experience.
Well, I cannot explain your experiences for you.
No, it's just crazy how fucking white people start cults and shit. Can't trust them. they'll be preaching God's word one day, then the next day you're up there in fucking Cape Town, whatever the fuck they went to, South America, and they drinking not even Kool-Aid. Not even Kool-Aid. He didn't give him Kool-Aid, dude. That's false. He gave him like flavoring cheap shit.
Where was he at?
South America somewhere.
And where? What about South America?
Where was
says
it?
They want Kool-Aid?
Jonestown. It was made up because it's in the middle of the forest or the jungle or whatever.
So what about South America screams Kool-Aid?
Nothing. Jim Jones gave his people Kool-Aid, but that's not true. He didn't give them Kool-Aid. He gave them some cheaper stuff. It was like flavoring.
It's a great value.
Yeah, like a great value to poison them.
Did it work?
And then he put it in needles and like would inject people that refused to take the poison, like his guards and stuff. Did it work?
Yeah.
I mean, they're dead. I think it worked.
Yeah. So what does it matter what he gave him? You said it wasn't even Kool-Aid, so you wanted something better for him, so that they could go down with better flavor.
Capri Sun, something.
That's crazy.
They ain't had Capri Sun then, I don't think.
Probably not.
But he didn't give him Kool-Aid, though. I thought that was... What a cheap bastard.
I mean, if you're trying to kill people, I don't think you're trying to go the most expensive route.
Yeah, that's true. That's sad. He can't even give him Kool-Aid like a proper fucking cult leader. At least have some dignity before you take people out. And give them something with a little flavor. The fact that you think
there's anything dignified of murder is crazy. There goes that 50% again.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. And a lot of them people were not white. There's some white people.
You said South America. I kind of got that.
No. In his cult. Because he dragged people from America to South America. In his cult, but most of them people were not white because he was like a civil rights type leader in the 60s, and his church was pretty much like he would adopt. They called him the Rainbow Family because he adopted kids that wasn't white. Like most of his kids were like, I think there was one that was Asian, and then there was one that was like, and then he had one kid or two kids that were from his blood or whatever. And he had like a couple black kids, and yeah, seriously. He adopted or whatever. And then
you said the guy's name is Jim Jones?
Jim Jones, yeah. But apparently he was in a church and stuff, and most of them people were black and shit. He carried them to South America and killed them.
And so that's why you said that he should have at least offered them Kool-Aid.
No.
It's predominantly black.
No.
This is all starting to make sense now, Derek.
No, I just think it's cheap, man. You gotta be, come on down.
How about he shouldn't have gave him anything at all?
That's true too.
He shouldn't have gave anything at all.
That's true too. I've listened to some of the tapes because he recorded it as he was killing people, and that's some wild shit to listen to. Kids crying and stuff as they're killing them.
That's what you go to sleep to?
No. That's what I wake up to. No. It's my alarm clock.
It's
my
alarm clock. I'm ready to start the day.
Just Jim Jones preaching. And he's like, yeah. And he's all speeded up. He was doing meth and shit, methamphetamines. He speeded up. Yeah, oh boy. When you hear him talk, he's like this. Like, you can tell he's like clenching his jaw when he's talking. Like, there's like a tone. Like, I've done a lot of ecstasy and stuff, and like, it probably had meth in it. It's definitely speedy, And then your jaw is just clenches like this, and you're trying to hold it and talk at the same time, and that's how you talk. Shit. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Because you're vibrating. Your mind's just feels like there's electricity in it. And
any good sermons from Mr. Jones?
There was a couple good ones, and I'm kidding.
You're not. That's the thing. You probably have them quoted out. You have a quotable.
Yeah, quoted out, Jim Jones.
You have a quotable. But
apparently he was a pretty cool civil rights leader. Like, he helped people, like legit helped people for a long time. But they said like, I read about him, and I listened to some long ass thing about him on Audible. But they were
so
talking.
He had to gain, so he gained people's
trust. Yeah.
To do that.
Yeah, he was a sociopath and shit.
So that was the legacy he wanted to leave behind.
I guess so.
You see what I mean? See how that dictates your actions to leave a legacy? You just have to do what you need to do.
Just have to do what you need to do.
It's crazy.
But he wanted to be just, controlling. That's all. He wanted to say, they wanted to live like socialists and stuff. Or communist. That's what it was.
Okay.
He was a communist, or whatever, because that's fairly new, communism. Just the whole, because Karl Marx essentially became like the godfather of communism and stuff. Marxist, and that's what Jim Jones was. He was like a Marxist communist. Like everybody should be equal, and like everybody gets paid equally and fed equally. But you have to do things for the Communist Party and stuff, and then, and then everybody's equal and all. I don't think that should be like that, because that causes. What if I want to get rich? Right? Okay. So now I can't do that. But also, if I go against how communists, like their ways, then they all of a sudden, because they're in control. Well, if everybody's equal, why are they in control? Do you get what I'm saying? It just contradicts itself. Because now,
welcome to the United States of America.
But you know what I mean? Essentially, the Communist Party is the ones in control, and then what they're preaching is not what they're doing, because they're in control of you. And then they have all the money and all the goods, and they're just dispersing it to you and all the other people. But if you talk anything against them, and there's no freedom of speech in that, if you talk anything against the Communist Party, well, now you're a traitor, and we got to kill you, or we got to put you to work as a pretty much like a slave or prisoner. You know what I'm saying?
There's a way to cover up bullshit, right?
Yeah, right. That's it. That's what you're doing. You're covering up bullshit. Yeah. But it's just crazy, you know what I mean? I've dated one chick, she was a communist, and she'd be like, she just loved Starbucks. And I said, I didn't even really date her, just tapping it. But she's like, I love Starbucks, but I'm a communist. I'm like, how you love Starbucks, but you a communist? Doesn't that kind of defeat the whole part of communism, is corporations? Because that's what they want to burn down, is corporations, but you bitch, you eat at Starbucks.
Yeah, because they want to be the bigger corporation.
That's it. But you eat at Starbucks. Well,
everybody's not 100% any belief.
So they like a 50% racist? They like a 50% communist? Is that what that is?
That's what it is.
Half of me only believes in communism. The other half's American.
You know how it goes.
I know. Is this just insane?
I don't know 100% Democrats. I don't know 100% Republicans that are aligned with their ideals 100%. I don't know any. But, you know what I'm saying?
There's some.
Just 100%, all the ideals of whichever party.
I think
that's
so.
A very rare commodity.
I think there's brainwashing in both too. Of course.
It's legal gangbanging.
Pretty much, yeah. Like like a one big orgy, mental orgy. Well,
He said mental orgy.
Well, they're brainwashed enough to if the people they're following, whether it be one side or the other, decided to walk off a cliff, they'd follow suit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like I said, that all depends on the people. Some people are just followers. They don't follow them because they agree with their line. They just know that, I'm just there. It's this party.
But also, like my parents, they follow and also agree, because
I'm saying with 100% of the policies and everything they align with.
Pretty much.
That's crazy.
Like they're blindly following, and the thing is, it's like, why they follow? Because them people act just like them in a sense. You know what I'm saying? With the negativity and stuff, like it empowers people. And it could be the other side too, like that, because there's some negative shit on there too.
They're all out for themselves. And they're all gonna empower people to be.
But the thing is, it's like party. To me, it's like wrestling. At the end of the day, they going home and having drinks and fucking on the Epstein Island and shit. At the end of the day, I
don't know about Epstein Island, but I understand the scripted behavior.
Oh, I'm making a joke, but you know what I'm saying.
I got you.
Because it's like it's two wings of the same bird. You know how they say left wing, right wing? It's the same fucking bird.
100%.
It don't matter which wing. One wing got less feathers than the other, but still a goddamn wing of the same goddamn bird.
Oh, they got the same amount of feathers, same amount of bullshit.
Yeah, same amount of bullshit, same amount of bullshit. Yeah.
That's it.
All that. That's why I just don't even want to pay attention. Fuck it. We all gonna die.
Oh yeah, but you still gotta pay attention.
No, I still pay attention, but I'm making a point of like I don't let it bother me to the point of where I stress so bad. Like I know certain people that stress so bad about political stuff and all that. Like
100%. I understand
like
what you mean.
they let it run their lives. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's because they follow other people just ignorance.
Yeah.
They don't develop their own intellect.
And their own opinions.
Yeah, they rather just listen to somebody else.
It's easier that way, right? Yeah,
of course.
That's it. Yeah.
It's easy to fucking talk about war from the sidelines
when you're not in it. Yeah, that's it.
You don't have a rifle in your hand.
That's it. When you
don't have to leave your family.
You see veterans come back from war and shit. You ever go up to them and talk to them? They ain't talking about all that shit. They don't want to, talk about it. They lived it.
Who wants to live that? Who wants to remember all that?
That's
craziness?
That's it.
Being
exactly.
on edge 24/7.
Exactly.
Not knowing who's your enemy. Nobody wants to live like that.
No, hell no.
They lived it, so you gotta, That's why we ain't shit as a country sometimes when we don't take care of those people.
Yeah, we don't. Take care of none of them. You spend millions on other bullshit that don't even matter. And them kind of people on the street and shit, and you ain't gonna take care of them.
This mental health is a huge issue, and when we give people, send people to war at 18 years old.
Well, yeah, and when they kill people and they come back and all they know how to do is that or whatever, and how you expect them to fucking live in society that way? You know what I mean?
I mean, they have to adapt, right? But also, it's like we have to give them outlets to be able to express themselves, and obviously, there's some outlets for them, but there's not
enough.
When you're coming back and you don't have anything here of your own. People left their family. Sometimes people came back without family. So there's so many things that play into those roles and factors. But at the end of the day, it's like we have to be able to be more available to those people.
Oh yeah.
They gave the ultimate sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Whether we agree with the war or whatever stance everybody is. Still happen. We still reap the benefits.
That's it.
Or lack thereof, depending on what you feel. So.
Yeah. Oh, no. And there's a lot of homeless veterans, sad.
There's a lot of homeless in general.
Yeah. But especially stuff like that with them kind of people, because it's like they're really messed up from war. You know what I mean?
No, of course. And like you said, there's evaluations, and sometimes you can help people, sometimes you can't.
That's true.
Not saying that everybody has not had an outlet or has had an opportunity. Some people have, some people haven't. But I feel like if we did more.
I heard the VA sucks too.
I feel like a lot of things are made difficult for a reason, right? That's what they do. They try to make things difficult.
That way they can't get good medical care and shit, yeah.
Well, just all in life, right? If you want something good, you got to be consistent, and that's how they feel, it seems like.
That's it.
They're like, just come back to us 24/7, keep coming back, and then we'll figure it out. And then by that time, you probably run out of all your sources.
Oh, yeah. That's true. All right, we've been here an hour and 30 minutes.
Chopping it up.
That's it.
Words of the Unwise.
People been blowing up my phone, ringing over there.
Oh, yeah, is it?
Yeah, that's what them little notifications are.
Oh, shit. You in trouble. Words of the Unwise. Hob Stop Playing.
Yeah. Find him on Instagram at Hob Stop Playing. Find him on Facebook at Hob Stop Playing.
Hob Stop Playing, yeah. Hob Stop Playing.
Or Javier Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Yes, it.
Remember, the recipe to life has one secret ingredient.
That's it. Love always.
There you go.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Jav.
I appreciate you, Daryl.